Hey, what's up, guys? Carl Gallup out in their video, and today I want to do my strengths and weaknesses, or for the Broncos' strengths and weaknesses going into Week 3. Mostly, I'm going to do this all season there, like I did in the last video there. So, the strength and weaknesses going into Week 3 there. So, we're out. We're facing the Dolphins here. So mostly for the strengths and weaknesses there for the offense and defense there. The offense there looked on fire in the first half there. So if we can continue the strength that we saw last week there from having the games and stuff like that, we need to get the offense more clicking there in the second half there. So most of the second half there, this is what we kind of lacked on in the second half. We didn't show nothing in the second half there. We kind of looked pretty soft in the second half there. So I think we need to do something here in the second half. Mostly the first half there, I'm not too worried about the first half there. I think the Broncos might be doing okay in the first half of the game there. But we need to do something here. We need to get our running backs into full motion there, get him more power there, get him more strength there and stuff. We do have Jerry Jeudy back. I don't know, because Jeudy didn't really play all of last week there. Mostly give the ball mostly more to Jeudy there and Cortland Sutton there when it's mostly doing it there. Mostly mix it up there and try to get mostly to get the strength there and going into this week there and stuff. Mostly for the defense there, a little bit better on the defense. We were kind of a little bit flat there. Vance Joseph there, you can't fucking have flat defense there. This is the one thing I didn't really like what Vance did last week there. He looked pretty flat on his defense there. He didn't look like he was impaired there. The first half, he looked okay. He looked like they did got some pressure last week there, and that's what we need there, and get more pressure on Tua there. Mostly we want to get more pressure on Tua this week there, and focus on Tua there, and actually get him sacked a lot there. If we get a lot of sacks from Tua there, and actually mostly pressure Tua there, he's not going to throw the ball as much there, and we can deal with the running back there. Mostly we can deal with the Dolphins running back there. So that's the only thing I think we needed going into this week there. Of course, it's going to be a hostile environment, so it's going to be a little bit tougher to play at there and minus like at home there. So it's going to be a pretty tough environment to play into there going into next week there. So what we need to do fully going into this contact of the game there. We need to do something there. We need to fully do something going into this week there. Try to actually force Tua to throw a lot there, and mostly in pressuring Tua there. We mostly need to work on man there. We need to get away from the zone there. This is what Vance Joseph is messing up on. He works on blitz and he works on zone. He doesn't really work on man. That's the key there. We need fucking man there to actually fully go into the strengths there. And that's the weaknesses right there. The weakness for Vance Joseph there is the zone defense there. Yes, the blitz might work half the time there when they don't really expect it, but mostly if they do expect it there, you want to switch it up there to man there. You want to switch it up to man there. Not all the time man, but you need to throw some mix there. You need to confuse the offense there and what you're going to run there on defense there. So that's what I might say for Vance Joseph there. For Sean Payton there, offense looked pretty good there. We need to stop the mostly for the offense there. We need to get better in the second half there. We need to close out the game there. That's what we need to do there. We need to close out the game there. We didn't show it last week there. We didn't close out the game. We gave the Commanders the game right back to them there when we were blowing them out in the first quarter, and mostly the fumbles and stuff like that needs to be fixed there. For the refs there, stop being biased. Mostly for the refs there, I think if the refs are going to go against us there, if you're the coach there, Sean Payton, I'd be yelling at the refs there. Yell at the refs if they make a bad call and call them out for that bad call there. So call them out for that bad call there. Because I've been seeing in this game there, last week there, where technically the refs called a lot of BS calls there, and you kind of not said nothing there, didn't throw challenge flags there. Honestly, I'd be throwing some challenge flags and actually calling them out there if they make some BS calls there. If they make a lot of BS calls there, that's where you want to throw those challenge flags there and actually show them how you can run the game there. And if they overlook it there, and you can call them out, like, yeah, he was down and there was a face mask. Mostly for that face mask from Russell Wilson. Why you didn't throw that flag there? The ref was right there. I know the ref was right there, but I should have thrown that challenge flag there and challenged the penalty on that there. Even if we do get flagged for that there, I think we should challenge that fucking flag there. I hope the Dolphins don't take that advantage there and like, oh, now we know how to figure out how to do Russell Wilson there. The refs are not going to call us for pulling his face mask off. So that's the real reason why. And I'd be saying challenge the flag there if they're going to do that shit there. Even the ref was actually looking at him, and it kind of looks like the refs were technically helping the Commanders out last week there. It kind of looked like it. So, man, that's what we need to do there going into this week there. Mostly going into this week against the Dolphins, because the Dolphins are going to be a little bit tough there compared to the Commanders there. They might be a little bit more tougher there because they do have former Broncos players like Bradley Chubb there. So how we're going to mostly defend off Chubb? It's going to be pretty hard there to defend off Chubb there. Mostly we need to put two blockers on Chubb. We need to put two blockers on Chubb like Ben Powers or Anquan Miners on Chubb there, so we can actually do that there. We need to technically block Chubb there, Bradley there. So if we can actually get our blockers there and give Russ more time to throw the football there. Mostly I'm going to say this. Russell Wilson needs to get more time to throw the football there so he can actually get enough yards and actually score a lot of touchdowns here. But that's the real thing there. And plus, if you want to break this losing streak there, we need to get in business in the second half. The first half there, we got locked down the first half there. We did pretty well in the first half there, but we need to fully go into these games there and play the full game out, locking it down. We can't let them control us by the second half there. So we need to fix that already. We need to fix the second half there. We need to fix the second half going into this week there. Even if it's in a hostile environment there, we need to show them we're in business there. We can actually win ball games there. That's what we need to do there. Lock it down there and try to actually fully go in full contact there. Mostly for the defense there, we need to pressure more. We need to pressure more in the second half, and that's what we need to do, and that's what we need to do it there and stuff. Yes, even if Miami is a little bit better there in the Commanders, I think it's going to be an interesting game how we're going to actually throw this into this game there. I don't want to go into in the second half there and then we're going to get blown out there in the second half. We need to lock in the full of the game there. We need to go, and mostly for the offense there, keep what you're doing like you did in the last 2 weeks there, moving down the field. That's what you did there. Even if we lost those games, we moved down the field. We moved down the field there, much better there, and I think we need to lock that up there and moving down the field there and continue that moving down the field, because that's actually working there. That's actually 100% there and stuff like that. We need to get a lot of snaps to Pirine and Javonte Williams there, because they can run there. I don't know. I think the Dolphins might be a little bit weaker on the pass there, and minus the run. Depends how their weaknesses are in the game there. So mostly the Dolphins might actually have a little bit hard time with the passing game. I think that's going to happen. So if we can pass a lot into this game there, we can actually see what fully is going to go on into this week there. So, yep, and that's my strengths and weaknesses for week 3. So, yep. Comment, rate more sponsor Tuesday Barrels. We like Blue Barrels. Please subscribe. Hit that bell notification when the Super Mario uploads in my live streams. Comment, more sponsor Tuesday Barrels. Like, hang out. Out of your peace.